What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having the best day of your lives today. Happy Friday. I wanted to talk today about like where to start your fitness journey because I just did a search on YouTube yesterday just to see what was still out there for searches for like how do you get started, like what information actually comes up, and it was just a whole bunch of confusing mess. And I don't remember it being like that when I first started. I had a few people that I followed like very closely, and I just like really got into and believed the words they said, and I consistently tried to like practice what they preached, and it really led me down a really good path. But like the searches that came up, like when I searched, were just like super confusing. Like it made it sound like, oh, you need to start with yoga, you need to start with these like 5x5 powerlifting programs and strength gaining programs. And it's just like, it's not true. Like when the first step that I ever took on like my fitness journey is I literally was just like, I was super uncomfortable in my own skin. And I was always like talking like negatively to myself about like, oh, I'm fat, I'm all this kind of stuff. But when I was like touring in bands, I mean, the big thing for me was just like, I was just so tired of having like fast food. So I knew that it wasn't contributing to like my physique or my aesthetic or anything like that. So I actually just decided one day when the rest of the guys in my band when we were driving through the States, they decided to go to Taco Bell. I just decided to get fruit and water. And that was just kind of the start of it. And then like when I got home, I found an experienced person who knew what they were doing in the gym, and I got them to take me to show me what they were doing so that I had guidance and that I knew what to do like when I was in the gym. Now, I mean, not everybody knows someone who is in the gym, or knows someone who'd be willing to like show them. So that's why gyms have like trainers and whatnot. And then it's also why like what I do with online coaching exists, is so that you can have a plan of attack like when you go into the gym. Now, when looking at gyms, like one of the main things people say are gyms are intimidating. Yes, absolutely, because you're stepping out of your comfort zone into an area where you've never been before, into machines that you've never used before, and you don't want to like feel like you're doing something wrong in the situation, because it's like you don't want to hurt yourself and you just don't want to look like an idiot. So just like a reminder, I actually have it written up above the door as you enter the gym, and it's just a quote that I love, and it just says, "Here to become better," and it's just from a speech that it's one of like the main speeches, motivational speeches that I've always been into. And it's just like everybody who steps foot into the gym, they're here for one reason. It's here to become better. It doesn't matter what stage they're at in their fitness journey. They are actually here to become better in some way or another. Right. So once you get that into your head, and realize that when you walk into a gym that you're actually walking onto an even playing field with like everybody else in there, and, that should provide some comfort, right? And then have a guide. Like most gyms will actually go in. If you actually go to the staff and be like, "Hey, can you show me how to use these?" They'll either have like like an intro, like 1 session or 3 sessions, or have like just like even the staff will just like show you around. But also join a gym with a really good community where it's like if you're doing something, people will actually like, if you're doing something that's going to hurt you, they'll actually correct you. Or just be like, "Hey, I'm not really sure what to do on, say, like for my legs. Like, can you give me a suggestion? Like, I'm new here." And have like a community that will actually support you. So that's what I really try to help build up. Like I've worked for like a few different franchise gyms. I've built my own gym, and it's worked really well. And it's created like a really amazing culture of just people who are always like willing to help each other. So when you're looking at a new gym, that's what I would look for. Like if you don't have someone that you can just go with who will show you how to do stuff, then just like approach the staff. That's what they're there for, right? If the staff is unwilling to help you, then you're probably not going to be in a gym where you have a good culture that you want to be working out in anyway. After that, like once you start like looking into like the basic nutritions, like once you start getting your body moving, like no one has said that, hey, in order to get fit, you have to start working out 7 days a week with no rest. Plus, you have to be on an immaculate diet. It's just like take small steps, like what I did. I literally no exercise. I started with just like water and a piece of fruit. I knew those were good for me. I didn't know anything about nutrition, so I just started. And 3 weeks later, of just like staying conscious to like what I was eating, and like in no means would this have been a healthy diet if like I had continued to do it over the last 12 years, but it like I dropped 10 to 15 pounds in 3 weeks of being on the road and like recording an album in Texas. So that was just like a really basic start. And that's how I would suggest like most people start. Like start with the baby steps. Sign up for a gym membership because it is a commitment, and like most gyms you sign up for a year. So go in and just like sign up for your membership, go in, and like a good place to start off with in a gym is actually like the cardio section. Like if you can get on like a piece of cardio, I would just say get on a treadmill. If you get on a bike, bikes are useless. If you get on a stepper, steppers are like probably one of the harder forms of cardio. So I would just say start off with the treadmill, get comfortable just in the gym, get to know a couple of the people in the gym, like say hi. While you're walking there, you'll probably like a couple of people will say hi or nod at you or whatever, and just say hi and just like try to be comfortable, because most people like in the gym, they realize that everybody's there and they're happy to see you, right? Like I've never gone into a gym, seen anybody walk into the gym and been like, oh shit, like I wish they weren't here kind of thing, right? But like everybody's here to become better. So just once you get that understanding of like why gyms exist, that should provide a lot of comfort. And then then just like focus on your water, focus on getting like healthy nutrients, earth grown nutrients. Look at your food. If you're eating a lot of processed, start cutting back on the processed and start eating more whole foods like chicken, like potatoes, rice, and all that kind of stuff, right? And just start. Like that's the biggest thing, is just starting and taking action on it and actually getting to the point where you actually enjoy what you're doing. So nobody's saying you have to be a bodybuilder. No one's saying you have to do a powerlifting. But if you go in the gym and you just find the exercises you like doing, that's where you're supposed to start. So just focus on the things that are make you going to want to, like, they're going to make you want to go back. So that's my advice for like people who are just starting out in their fitness journey. And this is like good advice, especially going towards the new year, that we're in a season now where like everybody's like binge eating, and people use this time of year as a excuse to bulk. So it's a good opportunity to start doing this now and get ahead of it. That way you can actually go and have like your events this season and eat and enjoy your family and enjoy your friends. And then, and then you won't gain that 20 pounds before you have to start your New Year's resolutions. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Hope you guys have the best day of your lives. Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. The sun is out and shining. You can see it going right across my chest here. And yeah, hope you have an amazing day. Peace. Bye.